How you doing, everybody? Beerman here. Welcome back to some more TerraTech Worlds. Today, I want to go over all the base building blocks that they have in the game currently and what they do. So hopefully it'll help you figure out their usefulness and help you build something really amazing. So let's jump right in it. Okay, first thing we're going to have to put down for the game is a tech yard. Here you can see I put one down, and the tech yard is, you have to hover over it, hit E, and you claim it. As you can see, it's claimed by Miri, and then you now have a place that when you die you will respawn, and it will also do other things for you. If you hover over it, when you sit there, if you're damaged, it will start to repair you and put you back in total health. It'll give you more repair tokens, so that way when you're out and about, you can start repairing yourself. It also has, if you hit T, a tech yard storage. And in this case, you could see I've got something in my tech yard, and you can just store stuff. These are not there. So if I take that back out, I can just shift and click. It will go into tech yard storage, and boom, there it is. Okay, now you can increase the storage you had by adding these guys. It's a tech yard storage. This one adds 50. Now I think they are in the process of updating these and giving you way more storage than you need, but we'll see. You can check it out yourself for the updates. The point of the matter is the tech yard will have a certain amount of storage, and each one of these tech yard storage adds to it. They need to be connected or they do not work. And as you can see, there's little connector points, let's see, on each side that connect to the tech yard. And that's how it works. Next, we have the workbench. This is the next critical thing that you will be putting down. In it, you can find all the blocks you can craft in the game. And that's what we're going to go over and to have a look at. But basically, how it works is, let's go to page 1. Let's say you wanted to craft a workbench. Craft a carbon generator. It tells you the recipe when you hover over it. Look to the left. It says it needs 6 iron. If you click on it, it'll sit there just waiting for you to put things in. It used to be that it would autofill. I wonder if that's gone now. Or maybe because I have nothing. No, I can do it. So basically, you can click that, put that there, and it will start. Oh, I know why it doesn't do it. It's an on-off switch. Watch, boom, there you go. Click that on, put that there. It will start crafting it. I'm going to cancel that because I don't want to build it. And then it will land over here. It has the ability for inputs and outputs, so you can put a silo on one side to put some stuff in, and a silo on the other side to take stuff out. But it is not going to filter, so it's kind of annoying. If you put a silo as an input, whatever's in that silo is just going to constantly fill these slots up, and if it's not what you want, it becomes annoying. But if you wanted to craft specific things, I guess it works. Hopefully they'll have some sort of a filter thing for silos going forward, but we'll see. Next, in order to run these workbenches, you're going to need some carbon generators, or just power in general. Easiest one to do is get this carbon generator here. As you can see, it requires carbon, and then it just starts producing electricity. The way I have it set up is that I've got this silo filled with carbon. I've got these conduits, linear conduits, feeding here. You didn't need 3, I just did that to demonstrate. And then it feeds this power. Now, one thing that is annoying is that each one of these does not have an output. So if you look here, it only has an input, no output on this side. So you cannot pass anything through these, so they cannot work in conjunction, so you can't make a daisy chain all these to feed each one. You have to have a silo to feed it. But let's go all the way down here. Take a look at this. This silo right here can feed multiple generators. You would just have to use angle conduits and then feed them, and it works. And you can kind of hook up 4 generators, believe it or not, to each one of these, because it has 4 outputs. So let's take a look right there. Oh, it doesn't even tell you, but they're definitely outputs depending on which way you put the conduits. And as you can see, oh, let's take a look. I've got one of these. Let's put these on here. If you do something like that, turn it around. See? So that's wrong way. Interesting. So you could tell if you zoom in, let's have a look. It is inputting rather than outputting. So we need to spin it like that, and now it's outputting, and then it would send it that way. That's how those conduits work. They're pretty cool. You can see the flow. There's no arrows, but once you connect it, it tells you to flow. And that's your generators. Alongside generator, you have this power display, and it basically tells you how much power you are using. So we've got 267 being generated, and we have 140 being produced. And that's it. It just literally just sits there and tells you what's going on. Our next block is a supply fabricator. And it's exactly what you think it does. It creates items that are considered supplies, so consumables, basically. You've got light ammo, heavy ammo, grenade ammo, missile ammo, plasma ammo, and then 4 different types of fuel. It's also powered by the grid. It, interestingly, does not have a little indicator to show on and off. See? If I hit F, it's on, V, it's on, V is off, but it doesn't have one of these little light bulbs. Like, look at that refinery. See? Interesting. Don't know if they forgot that or not. Maybe they've updated it, but that's how that works. Now, next we have a refinery, 0E. It does exactly what it says it does, refine stuff. So if we turn it on and we put this in here, and you have to select the recipe, boom, it starts refining your ore, turn it into refined iron in this case. There are a lot of different types of things you can see, all the way down to refined titanium. That's it. It's really basic. When you want to do more advanced recipes, you'll need to do that, refine those. Next we have the block fabricator. This is where all those blocks that you're going to create your tech are made. Now, I only have a limited of 1, 2, you can see here, 6. Oh, 8. Math. Well done. And that's because I've not unlocked anymore. If I go here and over to Blockpedia, you could see that there are these things that I can unlock. I only have 100 of these BBs, whatever they call, coins, so I can't unlock this one because that costs 160, and that one cannot be licensed. That's pretty interesting. But certain ones can be, certain ones can't be, and as you can tell, you could just start unlocking different things. So that one's unlocked. My understanding is this gets filled in with more blocks you discover in the world, and then you can unlock them via purchasing them. Works the same way as anything else, input and an output. It does have little connectors on the side. I don't advise using it for the input, but you could select an output and put everything into a silo if you wanted to, but generally speaking, you're going to make so little that it won't matter. All right, next we have our launch pad. This one's an interesting one. This is delivery task. You put things in here. This is very satisfactory like, and you complete your goals, and I'm not up to that in this game yet. And then what happens is you send it off into the world and you get parts back. Tell you what I'll do is I will advance my game so that way I can show you what it looks like when we get it. Okay, a few things to keep in mind that I just noticed. If you go to the workbench and power it on, if you, let's say you wanted to create a generator here, remember how I said it used to have this little button that says fill here? It now automatically just pulls from your inventory. So if you click this once, boom, you have all the stuff. All right, let's cancel that. It does it for you. You don't have to go around auto-filling it. So that's really cool. The other thing that I forgot to mention, that I think that this must have been a change from when I first played, you go onto your tech yard and you go over to your objectives. Wait, let's put these things, let's put these in our tech yard storage. Remember, you just shift click and it goes to tech yard storage as long as you're on your tech yard. You go over to your objectives and you can claim all the rewards here now, but you cannot claim them if you are not on your tech yard. It used to be, I think you could go anywhere, but look at that. So I've done all these things trying to get myself up to speed for that launch thing, but I think I've already claimed everything now. Boom. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Conductivity scanner. That's cool. That's another thing we can open up if we go to Blockpedia. That's where is it? Is it not here? No. I thought there was all. Where's the all button? Oh, there it is. I didn't realize it just automatically unlocked. Right. But we can purchase things now because, as you can see, we've got 180. So let's say we wanted, no, we can't launch into tractor beam, but let's say we wanted this 4-way long connector. We click on that and how do we license it? I thought it was just, oh yeah, you middle click, boom, license. So now we can create those. Okay, here we are. I am at the launch pad. As you can see, I have an active task that says collect and launch resources. GSO's resource department have requested a delivery of aluminum. Use the launch pad to send the requested resources. So let's interact, and it wants 30 aluminum. Let's give you 30 aluminum. Grid powered off. It's on. Let's give you 30 aluminum, and it's now feeding it. Oh, that's interesting. This must be new, where it goes from here to there. And as soon as it's done, we'll hit this whole big giant launch button. Okay, there we go. Ready? Send it forth. Boom. Oh, cool music. And there it goes. Can't watch it. All right. And delivery of aluminum. When it comes back, it will give us stuff. But as you can see, we have next mission comes up. You can give it 90 iron and then do all sorts of stuff, and you'll keep getting rewards for that. When that comes back, I'll show you what that reward is. Okay, just to be clear, there is no rocket that comes back. I just realized that you can do the next task. So if I started going on to the iron, it will allow me, I turned it off to prove it to you, but the rewards are based on completing objectives, going back to your tech yard, and then hitting tab, going to the objectives tab and click on resources, click on that one, and you claim rewards. Boom. The next one also gives you 25. That seems like a lot of iron just to get 25. But you can, remember, you can get different rewards based on different things you complete, and there's different categories for each thing. And boom. Oh, now I have the tractor beam license. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that. That's how you get it. So you can't buy it, you just license it by doing it. So if we go over to the block fabricator, which is right there, you can notice that we now have the ability to make tractor beam. Boom, right there. Okay, cool. Speaking of tractor beams, this one, Fragmenter, it's a really cool thing. As you can see, take a look at my, let's see if I can get in a better position, like that. Hit tab, space bar, and take a look. So on my tech, I've got this tractor beam and I've got a small flatbed. They work in conjunction with one another. So I will show you what I mean. If you hit tab, go to the third tab along, weapons, you can see that my tractor beam is on 2 and my flatbed is on the shift key. So when I hit 2, tractor beam starts working. If I hit shift, it changes color. Okay, well, I'll show you what that does by going up. You know what, we'll even change to the objective that wants us to do this. So we want to fragment hematite. So we'll make that baby awesome, and let's go awesome. Active. We'll go grab some hematite, throw it on, and fragment that baby. Okay, first thing to note is that when you have large chunks like this, you simply cannot pick them up. They're stuck in the ground. That one we can. Interesting. And how you do it is, if you have a tractor beam, right click on it, boom, and you just move your mouse up and down. I believe you can use, is it Z key and the C key, or X? There you go. C and X do the same thing. And then if you use Q and E, pushes and pulls. So if we turn ourselves around, and then we use the X key to lower that baby. But first, hit shift, turn it on. X, put it down. Ugh. Wow. It's a little bit difficult to operate, as you can see. It's a little bit fiddly, but it's better than the way it used to be. Let me try it again. So right click, lift that baby up, spin it around, place it up. Let's pull it back in, pull it in, pull it in, pull down, 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 right click, let go. So now it's on there. As long as that light's on, it should stay. It used to fall off all the time, but they made it so it's sticky now. So let's go back to the Fragmenter. Oh, see, it still rocks and rolls a little bit, but it's a lot better than it used to be. Head over to our Fragmenter and make sure it is turned on. Is it on? It is off. Let's turn that baby on. See? And look at that. It pulls it off of you when you turn it on. It starts fragmenting. And what, instead of getting a percentage, you will actually get a larger amount. Look at that. We are going to get 10 iron out of that little baby just by shoving it in there. It's actually really, really cool for early game if you can get yourself onto that, figure out how to use the flatbed and the tractor beam. Because there you go. 10 iron fragmented. Boom. Done. Awesome. Next, we have a couple of power things going on. One, wind generator. As you can see, it works when there's wind. It stops working when it doesn't. This moment we have it. That's great. Move down one more. We have battery. It calls it self reserve power cell. Basically, as you generate electricity, and if you don't use it, it's stored. So if you get a lot of these, and instead of just going through carbon after carbon, you get them all stored in here, you'll be able to draw power off of there. Pretty cool. Next, we have the solar generator. Similar to the wind generator, it's generating power. Okay, so just free ways of getting power without having to run around grab carbon. Next, we have a power pylon and a lightning rod. I'll talk to you about the lightning rod first. That one's pretty cool. During lightning storms, it basically absorbs all the lightning, so you're not going to die. I haven't seen a lightning storm in a while, but it definitely will be helpful. Next is a power pylon. These are pretty cool, and I will demonstrate what they do. Okay, here we are. As you notice, I have this little base over here with a workbench, and it is not powered in any way, shape, or form. See that? So it doesn't matter. You can toggle it on. The red light says, hey, there's no power. It's a problem. but we can fix that. Instead of creating a whole new power system and putting it on here, we can use these power pylons. If we take it here and we put our first one anywhere on here, and then take it out here, you'll notice, okay, watch, there's a little dotted line between this one and the next one, and it disappears when it goes too far. So boom, we have electricity running to there, and let's see, stretch it out, boom, we have it to there. And then if we just attach it to here, boom, look, we now have power. That's what the yellow light is indicating. It has power. It's turned on, but it's not doing anything. That's what yellow means. So that's a pretty cool little feature. All right, next we have our scrapper, 0RSK, of course. What this does is basically turn all those miscellaneous parts you have that you find throughout the world, like destroying all those techs, into resources. The resources you see on the ground, the copper, the iron, they do not respawn, so you need to start finding ways to get it. And that's what this is. So I have turned off. We take our little medium armored wheel here, turn it on, and it tells you exactly what you're going to get when it does it. Boom. Isn't that awesome? Now you can just grab all that stuff back and you've managed to get resources that you didn't have. The other thing it can do is it could go backwards for you. So you've got this refined silicon. Let's see, can we just take one? Let me see. I think there was a way. Oh, cancel that. I don't know what that turns it into. Oh, that turns it into debris. But anyway, if you wanted to change that into silicon itself, look, it starts doing that for you. And you can actually reverse and get resources that way. So it's a pretty cool little feature. I don't know if it works on these kind of things. Let's see. Let's, yes, so there you go. So even if you have building blocks that you want to destroy and get the resources back, you can, which is pretty cool because there's bases out there. Like, see that one? You can strip it all down, take all the resources from it. Okay, I'm going to skip the Antioxgel Sprayer, the Frost Regulator, and the Tech Heater for now. We'll come back to those. We'll go right to the Purifier. Purifier is exactly what you think it does. We want purified iron. I think I can do purified. Oh, I've got one already there. We want some purified aluminum. Click on that baby. Boom. And now we have purified aluminum, which is used in some of the higher end recipes. Okay, next, Antioxgel Sprayer. I'm going to go head to the swamp biome, and then I'll bring you back when I get there. Okay, here I am in the swamp biome. I have myself a little base, a couple platforms, a couple generators and ramps. And look at that baby, that guy over there. If we go over close to him, what you will notice is that he starts spraying out this gas. And look at the bottom left hand side of my screen. You can see that I am getting this debuff, which is, I think it's a power debuff. It goes up pretty high and it makes you vulnerable. Fortunately, there is nothing that I can see that will tell you what that debuff does anywhere. You can't hover over it, anything, but it looks pretty nasty. So I think it can go up to 30. Is that the max? Let's get close and find out how bad it can get. Okay, but we're beyond 30, but look at our vehicle. It's looks rusty. It's not performing well, and we need to fix that. So if we come over here now and we go to this Antioxgel Sprayer, notice that it's slowly, our little debuff is going away. But if we interact here, we put one of these antioxgels in there. Boom. Look what's happening. It is spraying us and it's removing all of that. Now the other thing, see, so our little rusty spots are going away. Oh, did I use it all up? Oh, wow. That is pretty hefty. Right, let me get myself some more, and then we will finish debuffing it. Okay, I've gone out and I've grabbed myself some more of these, 5 more Antiox, and we will see how far it takes us. Looks like the rust is just about gone. It's going pretty quickly now. We look pretty shiny and new, but watch what happens now. Look at that. We are building up an immunity to it, so we're up to 300. Let's turn this baby off so we don't waste anymore. And now if we go over to this bad boy here who wants to kill us with his little rusty spray stuff, we will not take any rusty damage whatsoever. We've got about 5 minutes worth of immunity to it, which is pretty cool. So that's a really cool little thing. It comes in handy when you're out here in the swamps, especially if you're trying to get some of the higher stuff that is on offer here. Right, next I'm gonna head out to the Arctic zone over there, and I'll show you what to do there. Okay, here I am out in the Arctic, one of the most dangerous places in all of TerraTech Worlds. And if you notice, I'm standing on this little heated zone, and if you look at my temperature, it says -1. That's okay, tolerable. I can deal with it. However, if I drive up on these ramps and you take a look, my tech is now going really cold and starting to frost up. Well, what can we do about this? That's where this guy comes in, the frost regulator. Watch what happens when I turn it on. Boom. This whole area now is, in fact, perfectly heated. Our temperature stays at 0. We've repaired ourselves. All good to go. This is a very cool device. Now, the next, I want to show you something that has me baffled, and maybe you guys can help me out. Okay, have a look at this guy. It's called a tech heater. I'm trying to figure out how to use it. If you look at his pole, it's off. It's what's it called? Gray, because I've turned it off. If we turn off all these babies, 1, 2, and 3, and turn that on, it turns yellow, which it shouldn't do. It should, in fact, go red, because there's no power, like this. See? No power. So you think it's working. However, it isn't. I don't know what to do with it, because whether it's on or off, it does not affect my heat in any way, shape, or form. Watch the little light. Yellow, no change. Off, no change. See? I can't get it to work. So I thought, right, let me interact with it. Let me put some of this heater fuel in it. Boom. Says it requires carbon, but now it's yellow. You know why it's yellow? Because it doesn't have anything to do for some reason. I don't understand. It's not working. This baby, no matter what you do, does nothing. I don't get it. It says carbon required. Yeah, I can put carbon in there. Guess what? It still does nothing. Let me turn this baby on there as well. Look at my temperature. It's at 0. I will shut this guy off. It will still drop down to death levels, because this heater, even though it's on, is doing nothing. So I don't know. Maybe you guys know what's going on. Maybe you can help me. Maybe not. Maybe it's just not implemented well in the game. Don't know. Okay, the last of what we have to show you today is all about the base building blocks, except for the storage here. As you can see, we've got a S1 silo, gives you 64 capacity. S2, also 64. That's interesting. But I would imagine there is more connectors on that. And that one is also 64, but again, more connectors on it. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. Next, we have the die platform, which is not the smallest, but the medium-sized platform. You got the Tetra platform, which is the largest. You've got the Hetra platform, which I would never have called it a Hetra, but I mean a platform. But as you can see, it looks like a girder, but cool little place, little thing to build with. This is a Henna platform, the smallest of all the platforms, as you can see, just a little 1x1 square. Next, we have the Tetra ramp, the largest of all the ramps. You've got the 4x2 ramp, you've got a 4x1 ramp, you've got a 3x4 ramp, you've got a Tri-D ramp, which looks basically 2x3, if you ask me. Is fine. Yeah, 2x3, that's what I see. And a Trina ramp, which is a 1x3 as far as I could tell. Don't know why they went with a different naming system, but that is it is. We've got this light bulb right here, which is not working because it's daytime. We've got a Tetra platform. Doesn't look like a platform, looks more like a girder, but oh no, look at that. I was mousing on the wrong thing. So yeah, it is girder alpha. I think it's supposed to be alpha. It's alpha. Interesting, because they're all seem to be what's it called, names. The girder beta looks cool. The girder gamma, another cool looking one. The girder delta. The girder, this one is cool. Girder epsilon, I like that look. They are shiny too. We've got the girder zeta, which is pretty cool as well. See it from the top. We've got the girder eta, beta, eta, maybe it's eta. Looks like that, pretty cool. And finally, the girder theta, right there. That one's a hefty baby. And you can combine these to make all sorts of pretty, well, kind of industrial looking bases here. As far as I know, there is no way to change the color on these things yet, even though you can change the color of your tech by going to the fourth tab over and just clicking boom. Look, you can change the color of that, but you cannot do so on those. And that's everything currently in the game as of this video. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, let me know. Leave a comment, leave a like, and feel free to subscribe. And until the next one. Oh, and don't forget, if you know what that tech heater is all about, please let me know. And until the next one, I'll see ya.